All right, guys, welcome back. So I am once again joined by Max Cooper, talented pro golfer, plus my assistant. So this week we are going to discuss what needs to happen if you want to shorten your backswing. Now, a lot of players come to me and say, I want a shorter backswing. It's going to give me more control. Now, I am not a big proponent of shortening a golf swing for more control, but some players really like that. And there's a few things that we really have to be careful of when we are trying to shorten a backswing, okay? Now, there's less time involved when we have a shorter backswing, okay? So some things that we are trying to compensate for that we can get away with in a longer backswing, we can't get away with a shorter backswing. So one of those is shaft pitch. Now, if a player is trying to shorten their backswing, what's something that they have to be really aware of?
So the one thing that you're going to need in your backswing is a more laid off shaft. And the reason for this is you have less time in your golf swing to get it more shallowed. So a good example of this is John Rahm. If you were to take a look at his swing, his backswing is very laid off, and that is because he has a short backswing. If he were to get it longer, he wouldn't need it as laid off as he would for a normal swing.
Yeah, I think if you have a longer backswing and you get really laid off, a lot of players get in a position where they really tug it over the top. Now, you still run that risk if you have a shorter backswing, but if you go long with that backswing, there's a lot of time to really get that shaft shallowing and the chest rotating. If it's a shorter move, you are in a position where it's laid off to just turn the chest and get that club working out in front of you, because that's all that time will allow you to do. So if we understand that we have to have a more laid off shaft pitch, another incredibly critical factor is getting the club face in a certain condition. So what would you recommend about the club face for a shorter backswing?
So for a shorter backswing, you're going to need your club face square. If it's too shut, it's going to start hooking too much, and if you get it too open, it's going to slice. So you got to make sure you get the club face square, and there's two ways to do it. You can either get flexion to square the face, or you start at setup with a much stronger grip, and that'll promote the more square club face.
Okay, so that's super critical there. Making sure the club face is under control. We don't have as much time with the shorter backswing. Now, one of the things players are looking for when they try and shorten their backswing is to get that shorter, more compressed move so there's less moving parts. So that will provide you with a movement that has less moving parts. The shaft is shallow, the face is under control. You don't have to time up those movements through impact. Now, I'm a big proponent. If you are trying to shorten your backswing, a great feel is when you go back, you think of your arms as wide, okay? Keeping your arms far away from your body. So demonstrate width here. So when he's back here, you'll notice he's pushing his hands way out towards the camera. There's not a lot of breakdown in the trail arm. So that's a very important factor when you're trying to shorten your backswing. You don't want to get everything in really narrow up to the top of your backswing. If it's narrow, we all know that's going to create a timing element because we have to get the arms extended to work back through impact. Lead arm should be somewhat extended when we're hitting the golf ball. So if you're trying to shorten your backswing, the last thing is, how do we go about doing it? So I think for a player who has a longer backswing, really the only way you're going to get it would be to sit there and practice swings in a mirror. Another thing we can do is we just need to grab an alignment stick, and this is a great drill. Now, when we're doing this alignment stick drill, I'm going to have Max demonstrate here. He puts that alignment stick underneath his trail arm. Now, in his backswing, he's going to work to get that lead arm parallel to the ground and try and feel like this stick is flat. Okay? If he can keep that condition right there, that's going to promote a shorter backswing every single time. You're not going to be able to get long. You're going to start having to lift it up to get longer in that condition if you're holding that trail arm in. We know a lot of players that really struggle with the overswing in the backswing are doing it because that arm's getting disconnected, that elbow's flying and pulling, the trail elbow is flying and pulling behind them. So that's a great drill to prevent that. Another one will be, we can put a head cover underneath the trail arm. That's going to keep everything way shorter in the backswing. Now, doing that is a great drill to condition everything. You can even go ahead and hit golf balls with this. So Max is going to set up here, put that head cover underneath the trail arm, feel a little 3/4 backswing for him. He's going to turn and rip it. Now, you're going to notice that you're going to get good compression when you do that. and you're going to hit a lot of solid shots. There's not a lot of timing with that movement if you can get the shaft pitch and the club face under control. Now, I want to stress, I am only a proponent of shortening a backswing if your backswing is long because you are losing key positions. You're getting sloppy with your backswing. If you have a nice controlled backswing, keep it the way it is. It's not going to benefit you in the long term. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next week.
Wait.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. Thanks a lot, you guys.